Hi guys, so today we're going to look at changing a mixed number fraction into an improper fraction. So go ahead and write your goal down today in the title of the video, mixed numbers to improper fractions. And then when you're done writing this down, go ahead and push play and we will continue with the next slide. Okay, so here we are. Write these down and we're going to work on solving these together. And this is exactly what we're going to need. Okay, so make sure you write this down, and when we get ready to continue, push play. So pause and then copy it down and push play. All right, so hopefully you have it all written down. So in order to subtract this, I want you guys to convert these mixed numbers, and the reason it's mixed is because you have a whole number and part of a number. I want you to convert them into improper fractions. Okay, so we're going to take 1 and multiply it, that's my point, 1 times 2, and then we're going to add 1. And we're going to go in this direction always, okay? Which is counterclockwise. So my whole number 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So I'm going to rewrite that as my numerator, and my denominator stays the same. My sign doesn't change, so I'll bring that straight down. So I know that my denominator for my next problem is also going to be 2, because this does not change. And I'm going to do the same thing. 1 times 2 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. So when I have common denominators, that means they are the same. My denominator does not change. I just subtract the top two numbers. So 3 minus 3 equals 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. So my answer is 0. Okay, so let's do the next one. You might need your multiplication chart for the next one. So, or a calculator. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to multiply my whole number times my denominator, so 8 times 4, and then I'm going to add my numerator. And I'm going to do the same thing on this other side, 6 times 4, and then I'm going to add my numerator. So 8 times 4, what is that? In fact, let me just bring up a calculator here so that we can do it here right in front of us. So I'm going to say 8 times 4 is equal to 32, and then I'm going to add 2 plus 2 equals 34. So my top number is 34, and my numerator, or my denominator, does not change. I'm also subtracting. So 6 times 4, remember, it's going to be over 4. Let's bring out our calculator again. Where did that go? Let's clear this. I'm going to do 6 times 4. 6 times 4. And I'm going to add 3. 27. So now I know that my final answer is going to be over 4. Right? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take my calculator just to make it easier on me. I'm going to say 34 minus 27. 34 minus 27 gives me 7. So my answer is going to stay as a fraction, 7 over 4. Pretty simple, right? Go ahead and do number 3. Where did my tools go? On your own. Hold on a sec. Okay, so I want you guys to copy this problem down. Let me make it a little bit bigger. And when you're done copying it down, solve it. Do like we did in the first two examples. And when you come up with your answer, we'll just do it together tomorrow in class and just make sure that we're coming up with the same answer. So push pause, copy the problem, and you're ready. When you're ready to go on, solve it. When you're ready to go on, push play, and we'll be moving on to the next slide. Okay, here we go. I think I actually, some should have been adding and some should have been subtracting, and it looks like I got them all as adding. Subtracting. So we're going to change this up a bit. We're going to make these a plus. Okay, just because I want to practice the adding. Okay, and on the answer, we're going to make this a plus. I want to make it different. Okay, so same idea. I'm going to multiply my whole number by my denominator and then add my top number to get my new set of fractions, which I'm going to add together, which are both going to be over 5. Okay, so let's take out our calculator, move this over. I'm going to say 7 times 5 plus 4. So 70 is going to be my top number. And then my second one, go this way, 5 times 5. Oh, come on. 5 times 5. Whoops, that didn't work. 5 times 5. Let's try this again. 5 times 5 plus 4 equals 29. And now I'm simply adding my top two numbers, and I know my denominator is going to be 5, right? So I'm going to say 29 plus 70 is going to give me 99. And right now, I want you to simply keep it like this. I don't want you to do any further division at this point. Right now, I just want you to keep it as an improper fraction. Okay? So for number 2, this next one, we're going to do the same thing. This time, you guys are going to do it together. So if you haven't already written this down, push pause and copy it down. If you have, we can move on to the next problem. So I'm going to kick out my calculator again up here. And I'm going to clear what I have. I'm going to say 7 times 3 plus 2. So 7 times 3 plus 2 is going to give me 23. Now I know that it's going to be over 3, right? Both my top and my bottom are going to both be over 3. So let's clear this and do the next side. 5 times 3 plus 2. 5 times 3 plus 2 gives me 17. So I'm going to write that number up on the top here. Then I'm going to add them together, and I know my denominator doesn't change because as long as they're common or the same, it just moves right along with me. So I'm going to take my 23 and I'm going to add 17. Or I'm going to take my 17 and I'm going to add 23 to it. So plus 23 equals 40. And again, I want you to leave it in the form of an improper fraction for now. We'll work on the rest, how to change that back into a mixed number later. For now, leave it as an improper fraction. So here's the last problem that I want you guys to copy down and do on your own. Once you have it copied down, solve it, and we'll go over the answer tomorrow in class. Great.